Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. And today on the HermitCraft server, I am here outside our Welcome Center, where we have a lot of work to do. All of these pits that were filled with horses, cows are now using as their playgrounds. I felt so bad about cooping up all the horses in our little stable here. You know, those horses, they're meant to run free, and we've temporarily got them in a pretty rough stable. It's stable, but it could be better. So, you know, we talked a little bit last episode about improving this. I want to get a softer floor, for example, maybe some podzol. Get some bales of hay. You know what? I brought a couple bales of hay right here. Hey, guys. Anybody want a bale of hay? You want to eat some hay right now? You can have some. There we go. Look at that. He's already happier. The whole place is animated in a way it wasn't before. But we have so much work to do. I've actually started putting down some signs to mark out what we're working on. For example here, replace some cobble with coral for texture. This entire garage needs more of a coral texture to it. Right now we have that in just kind of as a placeholder to give a sense of the shape. Shape achieved. Now let's get some good visuals. 2, all the stone down here needs to be replaced with snow blocks. Like, we've actually, you know, taken out some of this already, but I feel like we're going to get a much better long-term result if we not only place new snow here, but also we go ahead and we pull out, like, these bits all throughout here. You know, it's just going to look better. And maybe we have more of a, like, driveway-style path. Let's temporarily remove those pressure plates so the cows stop wandering into the horse area. But yeah, maybe we have some sort of proper connector. How many cows are down there? What happened? Okay, I'm not sure what that is. How did you guys get under the road? Okay. Cow concept. We're going to be replacing a lot of this stone around here with snow, except for where we're going to have a driveway connecting the garage or the stable over to here, and except for the front plaza that we are still working out. Boom. Now the third item on the signs, I don't need to show you the sign for, I can remember offhand. Several of the parts of the second story here are supposed to be log cabin style, and I got kind of frustrated because I couldn't make this feel like alternating logs properly. So I went and I got both dark oak and spruce logs. So I'm hoping that alternating between these two across here and across the second floor of the stable will add a lot. Right now, we haven't even started on the second floor of the stable, but that's going to go all the way across here, and it's also going to provide a framework. We need to have the stairs that come down here go into like a little hangout area as well. We don't have that going. We got a lot to do. So, and a lot to moo apparently. Anyway, I better get to it. Time skip. Looking at my size, jeez. Well, we can't look at the signs anymore, but I guess we can check on our progress. I think the first one was about coral, so I started putting the coral around the building. I'm going to keep an eye out for creepers. Apparently there's creepers around here, if you haven't noticed. I started putting the coral around the building. Pretty happy with how that worked. The additional snow replacement for the grass has been looking good. The log cabin for the second level of the stables is looking especially good, though. As you can see, we use torches to set up the diagonal offset there for the stripped logs, and we've got the entire second story kind of roughed in. Now, what I'm imagining here is the first story of the stable, cows, horses, mules. Second story, though, maybe we need some nylium. You can't nylium. Bum. So I was thinking if we had like some nelium, you can't concealium, like up here, we could have like a little gas enclosure where the gas fly in from there. You know, you could fly a gas all the way from Mumbo's thing, or Scar's airship, or Tango's airship, or whatever that is. It's a dome. Gas can live in it. Anyway, I was thinking like maybe we set up kind of a nether landscape with some pools of water for the gas to splash in up here. That could be fun, you know. Haven't figured out exactly what that's going to look like, but it would be at about this Y level. There is still going to be a few more layers maybe of logs up here just to get the gassed fly-in thing working. But, you know, on the whole, it looks good. One bit of progress I wanted to check out, though, is I wanted to see how much all the snow I replaced improved the map. Because, like, there was all of this terrible grass around these buildings. And so, like, that part there, I've actually replaced a lot of that grass now. I don't know if you can even see some of it, but some of it's better. It's better than it was. So if, like, we pop out that one, yeah, okay. We're going to have to fly out there to really show how much of a change that is. But that's not a completely negligible change. And then this one, yeah. So you can see where we started putting the Nelium in there. We got the podzol in on the ground now. It's coming together. But there's still a lot more work to do. Time skip. I've continued installing the roof and the logs around here, and I'm feeling pretty good about this stable. But I'm feeling even better about this reflecting pool at the entrance. This looks kind of like the one near the front of the main JoeMott building, Joe's Ostensible Museum of Technology. And I feel like that's valuable. That's powerful. That's, I don't know, parallelizable. It's good when things rhyme architecturally. But, you know, another thing that's got kind of a wedge shape to it is Xisuma is working over here on some more pixel art. Why don't we go see what is going on out this way? Whoa, there's like a fire lizard and a water turtle. And this could be anything. Maybe some sort of plant lizard.
Joe, you can figure this out.
Yeah. I'm guessing...
You can figure it out.
I'm guessing this is going to be a Bulbasaur.
Well done.
Yay.
You got it.
Yeah, this area is looking great, X.
Thank you. I've really enjoyed it. It's been really therapeutic.
I'm so glad.
Yeah, like, have you heard about adult coloring books, which are basically kids coloring books?
Yeah, actually, back when I was in university in like 2007, 2008, those were first taken off with all the pre-med students. The people who were super stressed out about their high-intensity pre-medical physics and calculus classes and stuff would be sitting there coloring in their free time just to kind of zone out a little bit.
Yeah, that's it. I remember I was babysitting a kid once and, like, doing the coloring in, and then I started to get into it a bit. I was like, hey, I want to finish this one, you know, like coloring it all in. It's just very, very relaxing. Catch you later, X. And also, if you want to check out the exhibits, they're inside the museum. Yeah. 2 things I wanted to ask you. Did you beat your personal best in Metro Mayhem? I did. I am ahead of Skiz now, but I'm still on the second page. So there's room for improvement. I think I've got like 18 hours or something until it closes. Wow. So I got to really push it. Oh, yeah. Oh, dang, that's going to be my last opportunity for me today. Okay, I've got to get back over there. But, the other thing was the exhibit. I found a whole bunch of villagers sleeping on bed, and they look ridiculous when they're all there. Yeah, thank you. That's the library. Was that intentional, then? Well, so I originally had a beacon with a bunch of beds on it, and the villagers just kept breeding and spawning more, and iron golems were protecting them. Just completely free range, just a beacon with beds. No lights around it, just... they're fine. And so I migrated the entire village into the library eventually. And I was just like, how am I going to have beds for all these guys? Do I need to build a dorm? And then I was like, no, I'll just stack the beds on the beacon. They had that outside. They can have it inside, you know? Yeah. It looks so good. So different. Ah, thank you. But yeah. Do you want to show me where this thing you wanted me to come on up. Then? Go. So, like, basically all of the electromagnetic spectrum, starting with radio waves. This was the first radio telescope. It wasn't intended to be a telescope, but they realized they could observe things in space with it. And this is one from Puerto Rico. Is that the one where they detected the background radiation of the universe or something.
Well, that's actually microwave radiation, which is in our next exhibit. I haven't started working on that one yet, but I've got a sign in. And the torches here are going to have the, like, this is the rough trail. I'm going to have stuff built on either side. In the infrared, I've got the JWST. But yeah, the visible light exhibit, I haven't built the Hubble Space Telescope yet, but I've got a prism that splits the light into a bunch of colors. I'm pretty happy with that.
This is so good. This is like another approach to armor stand magic, is like, small details? Nah, let's go big. Look at that.
Yeah.
It took me a minute. Like, as I'm walking over, I'm like, what blocks are those? Like, wait a minute, what is this? That's so good.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, one of the tricks that I was really proud of was I was like, how am I going to make the backing for the gold mirror? And then I was like, oh, if I put the head of an armor stand inside of a block, it turns black. So it's just the same thing, but I put a block here in such a way that the one armor stand is in the shadow and the one is not, you know?
That's genius. That's really clever. Yo, the exhibitions over here, is this what it looks like when you go through the museum IRL?
Well, so in the real world, this isn't a museum.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm taking liberties with the inside of the building, because the building was originally a bunch of research labs where they, like, worked on transistors and, like, the C computer language and a bunch of other stuff. But it wouldn't be very visually interesting to walk through. So I'm kind of decided to put a museum in here.
That's cool. Yeah, it looks great so far. I'm loving it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, hoping to add some more things over the course of the next month or two. I've got a lot of things planned out. It's just execution at this point.
Yo, I know what this is. This is my favorite record, Joe. It's Dark Side of the Moon.
Indeed. Everybody loves Pink Floyd.
Cool that you put that in there.
Of course. Pink is everyone's favorite part of the visible spectrum, and Floyd as well, obviously.
That's great.
Thank you. But yeah, that was most of what I wanted to show you, so thanks for checking in and checking things out.
All right, dude. Yeah, thanks for the tour, man. This place is awesome.
Cool. I'm going to go wrap up my stream, and I'll send people your way.
Nice. Right. I'm going to get back to my therapy.
Alrighty, enjoy.
See you, Joe.
It was so much fun hanging out with Xisuma, but I am back on the roof, knocking out everything else that needs to be done over here, including this entire kind of wall and a new little porch area there. We are getting so much done, but it's not done yet. Let me show you what we got going on over here. So as we look at our overhead map, we've got our new back porch in there, but we've also got an overhang on this front roof that I don't love. If I come out here and show you that front roof, you're going to say, Joe, wow, this is so much better than it was. And it is. It is better than it was. I accept that compliment. But I also know that I can continue to improve. I felt like having the roof overhang the pool, it just put a stake through my heart. So I put a stake into my stomach there. And now what we're going to do is I've marked out with a scaffold the curvature of the kind of circular lake edge here. We've got our lake perimeter, and we can just cut off this whole corner in a curvaceous manner that I think will be visually pleasing to the viewers. You might say, Joe, why didn't you just build the roof at the right angle in the first place? It's like, well, let me tell you, building a roof on a diagonal is already a real challenge. And so then when you start trying to like make a curve cut into the edge of the roof, like the lip, it's a lot. It is straight up a lot. So what we did was we did the diagonal challenge first, and now we're curving that diagonal with a subtractive process. By both adding and subtracting, we find ourselves at, you know, a pretty average place architecturally. And you know what? That's okay. That's okay. Sometimes average architecture is the best you can do. And I'm going to be proud of the results nonetheless. So we're going to go ahead and knock that out here. And I think that that should look better from the sky. It might not look quite as good. Yeah, so you can see the curvature there. It might not look quite as good on some of these lips. Like, that one looked deadly. Not ideal. So we're going to run back real quick. Collect that gear. and admire our handiwork from another angle. Casually dropping shovels off the side. Wow, there's still a lot of stuff down there. So, yeah, this is maybe not perfect, but I think it is better than it was. And hopefully will look good on our map in here. Let's go take a look at that. We're going to take that map and replace it. And hey, that curve is looking a lot better already. I might leave that one there, or maybe we cut into that the same way. I'm not sure yet. Let me know in the YouTube comments sections below. Because this episode, we really only reached a midpoint on progress for this Welcome Center, I would love to get as much feedback as y'all want to share in the YouTube comments section below. Tell me what I can do to improve this whole space. I want to hear it. I want this to look awesome. I feel like I had a good initial vision, but sometimes refining those things, a little bit of group brainstorming can pay off. So, feel free to share what you think I need to do about the general space, about the fire pit hot tub area, about anything. You can also post a poem in the YouTube comments section below, because this episode was mid-roll ad-free, thanks to Patreon patron Drew Baca. In lieu of that mid-roll ad, I will now present a poetry prompt of my own devising. Half unfinished. Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.